I'm Robert Shevins from Champion Personnel System. We're not an employment agency as you might think of us. We're a flexible talent acquisition and consulting firm. But I'm honored today to be here with Michael Ryan from M. Ryan Group. And Michael is an expert, if you will, in crushing inventory icebergs. Now, you've probably seen all two of our previous videos talking about what Michael does and why you should call him. But I'll be honest, we're in the middle of the COVID thing. We're starting to come out of it, at least the governor says so. And we are going to start ramping up businesses. What are some of the principles that have to be reapplied or newly applied to help companies gain that stability that they are missing, to gain the cash flow that they are missing, that you can help them with?
Oh, thank you, Robert. So there's really two things to look at. One is what the existing customer demand is. Now, maybe a business has been idle for the last 4 to 6 weeks. Maybe they've pivoted to making PPE or another product.
Right.
As they shift back or shift up back into production, they need to make sure that they've got the right inventory and also people, right? And that's where we tie together.
Right.
Is looking to see, okay, here's what I need to be able to produce over the next 30 days, the next 60 days. Do I have the raw materials I need? And if I don't, I need to figure that out now so I don't get running for 8 or 9 days and then have to shut down again. So this is a prime opportunity to look at, number one, the raw materials, and number two, the finished goods, to look at a manufacturing business's ability to service their customers as they get back online.
And the principle of we've always done it this way no longer applies.
It doesn't.
And that's honestly, it's one of the good things that has come out of this shutdown. Good business owners, good management are taking a look at their business again through a microscope, and they need some outside help. If not to tell them what to do, to show them where to look. And that's where you come in, correct?
Correct. I mean, my biggest enemy, my biggest competition is the status quo.
Right.
Of, hey, this is the way we've always done it. And now, if ever, is a time where this is the way we've always done it. It may not work anymore.
Right. You may do we've always done it this way for the next 60 days and go, hey, we're worse off now than we were when the shutdown started.
Right.
So your job is to go in and say, look at these things, project where you're going to be realistically. Know what kind of inventory you need based on the products that you know you can schedule for production. And then we come in and we say, you're going to need these kind of people with this kind of talent. And I have no problem telling one of our clients right now, if you had a furlough, layoff, or reduced staff, don't just bring those people back. Figure out which ones are the right people to do the right things right. And you're talking about which are the right products to sell to the right customers, what kind of inventory you need to produce those right products for the right customers.
Exactly. I mean, this is a prime time, much as many manufacturing businesses are reevaluating their organization and their talent. It's also a time to reevaluate a business's product portfolio. If they have products that are outdated, excess, obsolete, now is the time to turn them back into cash. I mean, cash is king.
Right.
And being able to...
Especially now.
Right. Being able to identify those products that a customer service agent can call a customer and say, hey, listen, we're not going to make this anymore. Are you interested in buying this one last time? It's a very quick way to turn some of that inventory back into cash and inject some momentum into a business.
And cash, by the way, and I think you would agree with this, is not just we sold X number of millions of dollars of product, but isn't it possible that some of that would be on extended terms?
It is.
So you've got to take all of that into consideration. Now, why would a company want to call you and say, Michael, come out here, take a look, embarrass the heck out of us for Forest for the Trees? And yes, we have the attitude, we've always done it this way, so we want to do it again. Why would they call you to come in and take a look? In other words, what's in it for them? What kind of guarantees do you have? How are you backing up that investment of their time with you?
Yeah. So first and foremost, it's the idea that I'm the guide. Right? My role is to help the CEO, the CFO, VP of Ops. My role is to help them be the hero. One way is by helping them unlock cash in a very tangible way from their balance sheet. And another way is simply due to bandwidth. Right? As people begin to ramp back up, it's going to go from kind of what is the status quo to something accelerated. And we all are blessed with the same 24 hours. And if the VP of Ops or the COO doesn't have another minute in the day, that's one of the ways I can come in and help. In addition to that, you talk about backing it up and a guarantee. What I guarantee is a 3-to-1 return on an investment. So if a company brings me in for a 2-day diagnostic or a 30-day deep dive, either way, I guarantee a 3-to-1 return, or they get their money back. I mean, the one of the ways I see the beauty of what I do is I literally pay for myself.
Right.
And if I don't pay for myself, then the client doesn't pay.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Now, we've got an unusual situation where we're going to come out of shutdown, if you will. So companies are going to start ramping back up again. What is the one major thing, if you're sitting with a small group of CEOs in manufacturing, you would tell each one of them to be aware of?
Look at their inventory, look at their customer orders, and find out today, do they have the product to meet their customers' needs going forward? Because if they don't have the product they need to be able to satisfy a customer and get cash coming in, then they've got bigger problems they need to address.
And if I was there with you, I'd say, great, Michael, you can talk about inventory. Now, here's what you have to do with people. The exact same thing.
Exactly.
Don't bring back the ones who you're going to bitch about. Look for new talent. We'll come in at Champion and help you decide how to make your organization into a great workplace.
Right.
And by the way, yes, I did write the book. Today we've been with Michael Ryan of Michael Ryan Group. Michael goes by Inventory Iceberg Crusher. And if you're thinking about bringing your manufacturing company back and exceeding where you were before this Corona, COVID, whatever we want to call it, you owe a call to Michael. And we thank you for spending your time today. Michael, how do we get a hold of you?
Easiest way to get a hold of me is through my website at mryangroup.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn with the tagline, I solve problems.
Or you can just call me, Robert Shepins, a Champion. I'll give you his personal cell phone number.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Robert.